Let's go! Let's go, everybody. We're just a couple days away from Christmas. COVID running rampant, but you know what? We're spitballing. I'm Dollar Bill, and you obviously can find us on the Let's Go Network. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all those great places. My team does a great job behind the scenes. And, since COVID is really ramping up, especially near the holidays, and I hope everyone is very, very safe out there, I try to take politics. This is the toy department we get to play in. I don't want to get into too much politics and everything like that. But with COVID numbers really spiking and putting Christmas and New Year's and some other sports in jeopardy, and we've seen that across the NBA and the NFL and definitely the NHL, but, not too many people follow the NHL. We get into a political topic. Gun to your head. Who runs the Brooklyn Nets? Is it general manager Sean Marks? Is it the owner? Is it Steve Nash? Nope, none of the above. You know who controls and runs the Nets? Kevin Durant. Said it. Kevin Durant. It's very simple. Kevin Durant runs the Brooklyn Nets. And he said it in his post-game press conferences, and you can read between the lines, and you can see the actions of the team. Kevin Durant might as well be the GM of the Knicks. Now, Sean Marks does a hell of a job and brings his expertise from San Antonio. It's been a fantastic job. And I like the way they started rebuilding, even before they got Kyrie and Kevin Durant and Mr. Harden. But you got to understand, Kevin Durant runs this town, runs basketball for the Nets. Kyrie Irving was dead set against getting this vaccine, and he still is, and he's very outspoken. And whether you like him or not, he's very strong in his beliefs. Some of his beliefs may be far-fetched. That's a debate for another day, but he stands by his beliefs. And he does a lot of things in the community. He puts his money where his mouth is. And, he doesn't want the vaccine, and he didn't want this and didn't want that. He's losing a lot of money by sitting on the sideline. So it's not always about the money. But, the numbers are going up, and the Nets are first in the East and being a really competitive team, but at the expense of Kevin Durant playing a ton of minutes. And listen, he's not too far removed from Achilles surgery. He's not the youngest guy who's ever been. And, there is a load management type of deal. You can't have Harden and you can't have Durant and 7 G League players and expect to win. But they are. So he's kind of pushed the narrative that he needs some help. In comes Kyrie Irving. Now, the Nets were completely dead sense against Kyrie Irving. They want him to be vaccinated, first of all. They want him to play all the games. But the laws of the land dictate that if you live in New York and play home games in New York, you must be vaccinated to be indoors. Kyrie refuses to do it, and that's his choice. He's a man, and he takes the hits. And he couldn't play in Oakland, and I believe against the Lakers and the Clippers, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So, in their infinite wisdom, he's in training now to be able to play the road games. Now, I don't know how long this will last. I don't know how feasible this is. As a fan, I wouldn't know how to feel about it. I'm not a fan of the Nets. I don't hate them, but I'm just not a fan of them. But, Kevin Durant made this decision. He called up Kyrie and said, listen, I need some help here, guys. I want you to play the road games. And, he got on the horn with the brass up top and said, listen, I can't be playing 39 minutes a night. Can't do it. No help. It's going to wear me down. And, the object is to win a title, which it clearly is in Brooklyn, and their window's kind of small. They got to do it now, and they're not going to do it without Kyrie. So, we can save this until another day is we get to a Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals and the games at the Clay, which is a stupid name. Or we could just call it the Barclays Center. Will Kyrie Irving not get the shot? Will he get special dispensation to play? Now, I don't know the answer to that, but right now he's eligible. The Nets relented and said, you know what? we can let Kyrie play the road games. There won't be an MSG and the other places I mentioned. But he's gonna roll with it. He's gonna start playing the road game soon. He's gonna be able to practice with the team. Now, I don't know how I feel as a fan, but if I was a teammate of him, I'd be having I would definitely be mixed if I was a player. It would be great to have him on the basketball court, but either he's your teammate or he's not. And, a lot of times, you get these war references that these guys go to battle, and these are the guys you want in a foxhole with you. Well, as long as the foxhole's not at the Barclays Center, then it's okay. So if I was his teammate, I don't know. I don't think I'd be so cool with it. I mean, he gives you a better chance to win. If he's not playing, it might give me some more time to shine. Maybe I can make some more money in future years. But as a teammate, and they say everyone's on board, I'm not buying everyone's on board. But this is definitely a Kevin Durant move that shows you who's running the NBA. And the Nets basically, tucked their tails and, they got off their strong position. And what caused them to get off their strong position? Did Steve Nash say, listen, we got to have this guy? I don't think so. He's part of management. Their star player, Mr. Durant, has put in the request to get his buddy Kyrie back on the court. And like I said, I don't know how I feel about it. If his teammates are cool with it, then I think you have to be cool with it. At least in the short term. Like, if you get to a playoff game, for all the marbles, would he have the marbles, meaning Kyrie, to sit it out? Man, I don't know. I'll see that when we see it. But in case you didn't know who runs the NBA, it's the players and maybe not LeBron. But in this town, Kevin Durant is king, and he has the Nets eating right out of his hands. That's it for this edition of SPiTBALLiN. And you know how we do it here on the Let's Go Network. We spit it out and try and make some common sense of everything. You find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all those good places. My team does a good job with me. So this is Dollar Bill reminding you to make some common sense out of your sports and your life. Please be safe out there. It's only a few days till Christmas, not too many days until the new year. Be safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you next time on SPiTBALLiN. Bye.